I'm here today with Brett Mansfield, CEO of Mr. Mentor. Brett, thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you, Molly. It's lovely to be here.
Amazing. Brett, could you, for our followers that don't have any idea or haven't heard of your company before, could you just talk us a little bit through what your program does?
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. So for a new to industry mortgage broker, mentoring for 24 months is one of the core requirements for them to be able to enter the industry and learn their craft. What we do is separate mentoring into two distinct components. The technical skills we deliver in a classroom environment, and then the practical skills are delivered by a mentor who does the on-the-job training.
Perfect. Is the classroom environment done virtually or is that one in person?
Everything's done through Zoom.
Okay, cool.
But it does incorporate both a self-paced learning and also live delivery with experienced instructors.
Brett, what are some key skills that Mr. Mentor program focuses on to ensure that your students become successful mortgage brokers?
Yeah, thanks, Molly. So we really try and focus on practical skills. So skills that the student can apply immediately into their business and help them grow their business to become successful. We cover the foundational structure of the industry, and then we go quite deep into all the different skills and components of being a successful mortgage broker. And we wrap it up at the end with a marketing module to go, well, now you've got all these skills, how do you put them into practice?
Yeah, how do you sell yourself?
Yeah.
That's perfect. For the program, is there a set amount of time or an average amount of time that it takes for a student to go through it, or is it personalised kind of to each?
Yeah, we split it up in, great question, we split it into 15 distinct lessons, delivered over 15 weeks in 90-minute live tutorials. And students have access then to the recording for that self-paced or revision.
Yep.
And they have access to all of the content and a library of resources for 12 months.
Amazing. Amazing. It sounds like that frequency, having the smaller sessions and then really frequent, would make it a lot easier for the student.
It does indeed, yeah. And it gives them the opportunity to learn at their own pace, as well as that really important one-on-one interaction with a professional.
In what ways does Mr. Mentor's program stay up to date with trends? And how do you make sure that the training remains relevant?
Yeah, great question. And it's so important because we're in such a fast-moving industry. We've got multiple ways. One is that with our course content, that undergoes a continual improvement process. So if every time we deliver a lesson, we review that lesson and we make adjustments and changes as we need.
Every time.
Just to bring it up to date.
That's amazing.
And all of our instructors are experienced brokers, so they're day-to-day in the industry and they know what's going on. In addition to that, we run regular continual professional development sessions, which are completely free to the whole industry to attend.
Amazing.
And they run for an hour once a week. And we try and find a problem that's facing a broker or their clients, and we deliver a solution to them from the market.
That's amazing. So these are weekly sessions, you said?
Weekly session.
And are they run via Zoom and anyone can join?
Run via Zoom, anyone can join.
What advice would you give to someone looking to get into the finance mortgage broking industry?
Yeah, so I think that the best advice I could provide was to really consider how you want to enter the industry. So, for example, there's 3 clear pathways in. There's to be a self-employed mortgage broker and run your own business. There's to be self-employed but contract within an existing structure that already exists, so you can tap into things like their brand and their processes and their team support. Or there's potentially a PAYG option to become an employee with an existing business. Now, there's probably less of those about than the self-employed option. So when you're considering what is that right pathway, the sort of questions to ask are, what sort of reach do I have from a network perspective? So where will I find my clients? We are a commission-based industry, so where will my revenue come from? Have I got enough capital to start a business and cover my living costs for a period of time whilst I get it up and running?
Yep.
And then, of course, to get the right level of training and education around your business, choose a mentor and choose the same aggregation platform that your mentor is using, those types of things. So they're the basic starting point of advice, and we can go from there. Yeah,
I think that for everyone coming into the industry, it would probably be a different option to what would be best for them. Could you talk to us, though, a little bit about what are some of the benefits of going through the self-employed route? Because I think a lot of our listeners would be really interested in that.
So the key benefits is, as a self-employed broker, you're building an asset. And so you're building a business that is potentially saleable, or will definitely be saleable in the future. So it is taking a longer term view to what you want to achieve, as opposed to being an employee where you're building someone else's business.
Yep.
You're building your own.
Yep. And they would be really amazing candidates then for Mr. Mentor.
We assist all. So we certainly assist people choosing all three pathways.
Yep.
And what we like to do is go through a consultation with each individual just to understand what's important to them and where do they fit, and give them that guidance through that consultation.
Brett, what do you see as the biggest challenge facing new to industry mortgage brokers today, and how do you support as a mentor?
Yeah, I'd like to break that maybe into three components, if I could. One is just having a clear pathway. We really love working with businesses like Entry Education, where the students come through the Certificate 4, they come to us ready then to enter into mortgage broking, but then of course they still need to gain a diploma at the end. So we see that as a really nice clear pathway, Certificate 4 into the Mr. Mentor mentoring structure, and then back into Entry Education for that diploma upgrade. And that just really keeps it smooth. The two biggest challenges I see are finding customers. 70% or more of clients now come through a broker. So if you're looking to find a new client, there's a 7 out of 10 will probably have a mortgage broker that's looking after them.
Yeah.
So it's building those relationships, and we touch on commissions being our core source of revenue. So there is a need to invest some capital to get your business up and running. And finally, the two key skills, learn your craft, learn how to be a great broker, and that's quality training. And the second piece is finding clients, and that's learning how to prospect and get your pitch out there really comfortably.
Brett, looking ahead, what are Mr. Mentor's plans to evolve to meet industry needs?
Yeah, so we're fortunate that we have so many great industry connections, Entry Education from that starting point all the way through to the lender relationships, the industry bodies. And so we're able to stay on top of where the industry's heading, and that gives us the opportunity to focus on those areas where brokers can create opportunity to grow their businesses. A particular focus at the moment is our commercial program. We're seeing a number of residential brokers moving into that space. We train experienced brokers to be mentors. We're also seeing a really big increase in interest in loan processing from a training perspective. So we continue to develop and modify our programs to meet those markets.
Amazing. You said just before as well that constantly, like each training session, you're checking over, see what needs to be updated.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So keep the content current, but also create and evolve our content to meet certain markets.
Perfect. Amazing. Thank you so much for your time today, Brett.
Thanks, Molly. Cheers.